this setup kind of weird. For now. Oh, if this is too loud, please let me know in the chat. 'Cause I can't hear it. What do we think? Was that a little bit too loud? Okay, so my biggest worry, Charles, was that my ambient was too high and getting distorted. I can turn my mic up. Trouble is I can hear myself, which is really annoying, but I just gotta turn my monitor off. Okay, that's better. And the other thing is the scanner, for some reason, is not working either. I'll work on that when it gets to be a bit lighter out here and I can actually see where the wires are going. Alright, we did not miss too much. There is one special livery left for the day. Let me just double check, make sure it is still heading out of here. Where are you? Take that off of there. Alright, who we got? Let's take a look. Let's do a quick look through the chat while it's quiet. Karen, hello, hello. Good to see you. Charles, good to see you too. Cranky Doodle. Daniel, Cat's Meow. Yin was here earlier. That might have been last night though. Alright, it's good to see you all here. Thank you for joining me in Reno. Where we're going to have to wait for another, I don't know, well, an hour longer than we usually wait for the sunrise, but that's okay. As long as we get to see the sunrise. Anyhow, back to the special liveries. We were scheduled to have 4 of them today. Oh, and now my battery's dying. Why is my battery dying? Because I didn't turn the power on. I swear I'm having worse luck than Snow yesterday did. There we go. So yeah, where was I? 4 special liveries were due to come in late in the stream, 11ish. And all we got left now is the Arizona one. Not that that's not special. It's not what I was looking for today. But there you go. I wasn't looking for audio issues either. Let's see when that Arizona's coming in. I actually set an alarm for it as well, so I wouldn't forget it. There it is. So it is now scheduled in 7:40, so we got a little while for that one. Yeah, we were supposed to have the Alaska Orcas, the West Coast Wonders, but San Francisco stole that from us. We were supposed to have the American polished aluminum livery. Sorry, aluminium. I can't even say that anymore. Alright. That could be it, because I am right across the airport from the ANG. Wonder if they got me on a blocker. It's weird because it's like intermittent. Some days I can come out here and everything works perfectly. Some days I come out here and it seems as soon as I got this soundboard, I've started having troubles with the sound. Go figure. I think that's going to be my homework tomorrow, is I'm going to set everything back up again without the soundboard. We'll have a go with that. Charles, we say it the right way. I don't know which way is the correct way, actually. I know we drive on the correct side of the road, though. Well, we got to see one plane take off, at any rate, after I got it sorted out. Let's take a look, see if we can find some snow while we're waiting. Might be a little bit dark still, but we'll see what we can see. It's just starting to get light behind the mountains, and we do have some lights up in there. Oh, look at those stars too. Oh, that's a plane up there, I think. Yeah, just a little bit too dark still for that one. Trouble is, it's a little bit cloudy, so if there is any moon out, it's not giving us anything. I think I've got my light settings all the way up. Yep. That's as high as they're gonna go. What are we today? We're a balmy 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This is almost comfortable. Cranky Doodle, yes, there is still enough snow up there for that. Just. And they still have the ability to make snow overnight. You can just see it starting to get light over there now. Let's take a look at the tower, see if we can see anybody in there. Just gotta find it. There we go. Good morning, folks in the tower. Thank you for being here. Because without you being here, I wouldn't be here. If I can zoom in just a little bit more, that's about it. Train. Oh, while it's quiet, I'm just going to have a quick flick through the expected departures. That's the trouble when they're not de-icing. Everything runs on time. We got one Alaska that was cancelled. That's all gone. So the Arizona one is coming in from San Jose by the look of it. It is in the air though, that's good. That's a good sign, at least we're going to get that one. Oh, is it just... It's just taxiing now, so it's about to leave, so... About an hour's flight for that thing, I guess. Alright. We should see a southwest light up over in the terminal in just a little while. Yeah, this is a big gap, this one. Of course, I'll get the thing fixed just as we have a big gap at the airport. Let's head back over to the slopes. See what we can see there. Where are we? That's Mount Rose. There we go. Use my digital zoom as well. Focus. Yeah, we do have a handful of planes taking off in the next half an hour. Some sort of wildlife on the other side of the fence. You can hear it rustling around in the bushes. So the story behind my audio issues last weekend, on both the streams that I did, I forgot to turn the power on my soundboard. Of course, after today's performance, I'm not sure it would have made any difference, to be honest with you, but yeah, that was embarrassing. So that's why we couldn't hear the planes. It's a good job I don't make a living out of this. I'd fire myself. Well, the sun is just starting to peak up. There you go. Sorry, it's early in the morning. It's even earlier in the morning than it was last time I was here. So where was I going? Yes, San Francisco. I plan to go back. Not sure I'm going to do the balcony again. It's nice, and it's nice to have a power supply. The Wi-Fi doesn't work too well though. And I do miss the start of the ones. So I think what I might do next time I'm there is I'm going to stay closer to where everyone streams from and just walk across the road. Yep, the sun is coming up, and we have a plane that's just lit up as well at the terminal. So let me get rid of me and let you see a bit more of the sunrise. So I'm going to zoom out now, so we can actually see a better view of the colours. Not too much though. Well, oh, that's the operations coming by to say hi. At least they're not chasing me off of here. I'll give them a friendly wave. Train. Yep, Charles, I enjoy other people's snow. Like I enjoy watching my neighbours cut their grass in the summertime. Oh, there's that cat. Let me see if I can find that cat real quick. There it is. There's a moggy. That cat must have it made back there. It's his own little territory, no one bothers him, because there's 2 fences. So it's kind of like the DMZ where that cat is. All he's got to do is catch his own birds and mice and he's happy. Assuming it's a he, could be a she, I guess. So it's actually a little bit brighter than it really is. Let me turn the settings down just a tad. Otherwise you won't get the colours. That's about right. We've got a couple of planes now lit up at the terminal, so we'll keep an eye on those. We've got a Southwest heading to Long Beach, and we got a United heading to Chicago. I've forgotten what the rule was with black cats. I thought they were lucky unless they went in front of you. Is that the case? I don't know. There's a very interesting cloud formation as well on the other side of the town. Let's take a look over there. See if you can see it through the camera as well as I can here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, we've got a little bit of lenticulation up there. Yeah, I'm sure there are mice in there. I don't know, it's weird because you wouldn't have thought there was a food source. It's all rock, zero scaped, except for where the creek is. I know we have birds that live in the tunnels that the creek runs through. D. Stu, good morning. Good to see you here. I don't know. I seem to remember that if they walked in front of you, it was bad luck. But if you stroked a black cat, I thought it was good luck. I'll have to look that up. I'll check with Kitty B or Cat's Meow. Oh, there you go, Cat's Meow, you're there. Good morning, cats, if I haven't said good morning already. Exactly, all cats are lucky. It's the poor owners that have to pay for the food and the vet bills. That's where the luck runs out. I'm sure the whole luck thing with regards to black cats comes from witchcraft. Interesting fact I found out about that as well. The old dunking thing they used to do for the witch trials, and it was always said that you're going to lose no matter what, because if you are a witch and you floated, you'd be burnt at the stake, and if you weren't a witch, you drowned. That's not actually the case. If they just allowed you to be under the water long enough to see if you sank or floated, and if you did sink, they would actually bring you back up again. Karen, I'm horribly superstitious. I'm one of those where I'm at work, I can't say it's quiet. Never say the Q word until I get home. And even then I'm still worried about it. See, a little bit of lenticulation in those clouds. Those clouds are kind of smooth because the winds up there are higher. Sometimes that's a sign that the jet stream is overhead, and that's where we call them snow turtles, because that's what brings the snow in, because we're going to be heading to the north side of the jet stream, which has the colder air. I'm not sure where the jet stream is today, but I don't think they're a lot smoother when it's the jet stream that does that. Oh yeah, just dropped down. Where are we now? 49 it says there. Yeah, Charles, I'm in a similar position. I got 60 odd buses out there driving around town. So the Q word is never said while I'm there. And I always have a wooden ruler. So if somebody does say it, I have to tap on the wooden ruler. It's the stuff we do. We talk ourselves into it. Oh, absolutely. Full moon, yes. When I used to work swing shift and graveyard here, I definitely knew when it was a full moon. It's crazy. Alright, let's head over to the terminal and zoom in, because I think I hear something starting up. Or is that something going overhead? Might be something going overhead. Let me have a look on my map. Yep, I see one moving. Alright, give me a chance here because I'm on manual focus for now. So I have to zoom and then focus. There we go. So this is Southwest 737-700 heading to Long Beach. Yeah, it certainly wasn't quiet then, was it? Well, sorry chickadee, I forgot to bring my food again. Yep, there's a chickadee. Here it goes. It's nice to see those hills in the background are green for a change. It won't be for long. Come the end of spring, they'll be back to brown again. It was nice to drive through California through the green hills again. Good morning, Ted. It's good to see you. Welcome to Reno. You missed a bit of fun this morning with the audio, trying to get that sorted out. So we was late this morning. We missed, I think, the first 4 or 5 planes taken off. But we still have one special livery coming in. We've got Arizona 1 coming in. What's it going to be? About 40 minutes now. Yep, a little bit of a wobble, so there's some winds up there. That's what's polishing off those clouds. Alright, we do have another one hitting the end of the runway. Let's head that way and meet it there. So this is the United 737-700 heading to Chicago. Should be somewhere around about... That's the truck. There it is. Cats, would that be entertainment for your feline friends? Torment the poor things, not being able to get to the birds. You'd hear that noise. It used to crack me up when my cat did that at the window because it was a bird outside. Turning and burning. Good morning, Anne. Good to see you here. Oh, we got a helicopter. Alright, I am going to quickly swing this around and kind of put it behind me and zoom out real quick. Where's my focus? We've got some nice clouds up there. If I can get that to... There we go. Now it's focused. So the helicopter, I believe, was our local air ambulance. It's called Careflight. Their base is just behind where I am. Turn that down just a tad. It looks like we've got an inbound as well. You can see that just at the bottom of the screen, to the left of the tower. So let's see what that is coming in. That's our 757 UPS coming in. So let's go and watch that. I'll focus when I've got to the where I need to be. A little bit more, maybe. This one's coming in from Louisville, which I believe is the main hub for UPS. We usually get 2 flights from both FedEx and UPS. One flight comes from the main hub of each, and the other one comes from more local. So we usually get one from Vegas, which I think is the FedEx, and we get one from Sacramento, which will be the UPS. But those come in earlier. Well, that was a nice noise to start the morning off with. Yeah, that certainly was a good one. And we'll follow this back to the terminal where we have a Delta heading out the alleyway. It's heading to LA. So it's actually a SkyWest flying full Delta. It's an Embraer 175. Good morning, Peterbilt. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us in Reno. We're about 30 minutes, 25 minutes away from seeing Arizona 1 come in. I don't think we can blame Anne for waking up Peterbilt this time. I think that was that UPS that did that. Alright, let's skip ahead and look for that Embraer. There it is. Is that it? Nope, that's not a Delta. That's an Alaska. Delta is probably hiding behind that bush then. Yep. It's a double on the taxiway. Oh, the wind is starting to pick up now. And we got another inbound. Let's see which one's going to go first. Well, this is... oh, Arizona 1 coming in already. That was a quick flight. Just adjust my zoom here real quick while I'm here. I'm gonna say they're gonna be holding short, waiting for the Southwest Arizona 1. It's a 737-700, and if you collect tail numbers, it's November 955 Whiskey November. And where is it? Right about there. There it is. And there's one more from my collection. We'll probably see that one a little bit later on today as a short. That's why I was quiet. Talking of Arizona 1, that's just jogged my memory. Next weekend is Luke Air Force Base Air Show. Call it Luke Days. So I'm going to be spending the weekend there. Saturday I will be at the air show. I'm going to try and do a live stream somehow. I've got to figure out a way of doing that. It may be just like a GoPro live stream, where, you know, I'll do like the walkthrough, the stands, the show, things like that. And then I will film any displays that are there. And then the Sunday, I'm thinking of going to, there's a really busy general aviation airport in Scottsdale. And I was going to go watch some business jets land and take off from there. So next weekend, it's an away game again. Playing on Arizona turf next week. I can find a way to get my camcorder to hook up to my phone. I'll see if I can't stream that way somehow. I'll be experimenting all week, see what we can do. But they've actually got the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds both performing. I don't think it's going to be at the same time. I'm not sure there's enough airspace for that. But that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. So that Delta is at the end of the runway. I don't remember seeing that United take off or hear it take off, but it must have done because it's not there anymore. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a stream without freezing. So even now, it's gone back up to 50 now that the sun's up. But yeah, it's still kind of chilly. Looks like the SkyWest is just holding down there. While that's holding there, let's take a quick look at the camcorder view. We've got a bit of pink in the sky up there. It gives you an idea of kind of like where I'm set up. So my camera is over the top of the barbed wire on my big tripod, but the camcorder set up on slightly shorter one, so you get to see the barbed wire. I did order another tripod. Oh, the wife is listening. Shh, I didn't order a new tripod. Right, it'll be a tall one, the same as the main camera. That's one thing I'll say for Mrs. Reno. She's been very supportive of this hobby of mine. Actually, I can't call it a hobby. The accountant said never to call it a hobby. Otherwise, the IRS won't let me use it for a deductible. As the plan is, in a couple of years, when I retire, this will be like a supplemental source of income for me. It's rather neat, look at that. I like that. Still waiting on that sky west, so we're not missing any planes while we look at the view. Definitely some decent cloud formations. Let's take a quick look over here, above that tree. Zoom out a bit. It's like a big octopus. Good morning, David. It's good to see you. Welcome back to Reno. You haven't changed your time yet, have you? I think you're now only 7 hours ahead of us. Which means it's almost 2:30 there, I believe. Just joining us, we're waiting for, there's a delta at the end of the runway, but it's holding short right now. And sadly my scanner is still not working. But the scanner's working, I'm just not hearing anything from it. Yeah, you're only 7 hours ahead of us now. So I think it's not this week, it's next week you change your clocks. And you'll go back to 8 hours ahead of us. Let's take another look at the Delta's still there, holding short of the runway. And let's take a look over here. We've got Arizona 1 parked now, probably unloaded already. So we'll see that one take off. When is it due to take off? Let me have a look. It's going to Las Vegas at about 8:30, so yeah, we'll see that in about an hour. Looks like Delta is finally turning onto the runway. Let's take a look. What you can hear there is Van's RV 14A. Good morning, Johanna. Yep, that is Arizona 1. We just saw it land, and in about an hour's time it's going to take off. So if you want to hang around and join us until you have to head over to the foothills, feel free. This is a SkyWest though, heading to Los Angeles, flying the Delta colors. Definitely a little bit wobbly up there. I think Sal ended about 8:30 last night from what I remember. So I think we hung around for Starlux. And then Swiss. That's some interesting looking clouds on Zoom. Looks like Star Trek. Oh, that's right, Pal came into Philippines. It's kind of like a stretched out. What was the dog on the that film? Melkador. It's the big white flying dog. Never-ending story. Let's see what's making that noise. Good morning, Robbie. It's good to see you. Welcome back to Reno. Cat saying hi again. It's all gone quiet at the airport. Let's take a pan around the mountains. So you've heard me talk about Peavine. This is Peavine right now. You can see it's a lot greener than it has been in the past. But the snow that was on it is almost all gone. And that is our Farmer's Almanac. So I think this weekend we might be doing a visit to Home Depot, or the nurseries. Pick up some plants to put out, because the rule of thumb is once the snow's gone from Peavine, it's safe to plant out. We shall see. But yeah, certainly this week there'll be no snow left up there. We're supposed to be hitting the 80s. It's crazy. Aaron, I think that's why he does Cali drives, so we keep an eye on him for him. Keep him awake. The other downside to it getting warmer here is that the bugs are coming out. I can see them starting to swarm now. Because all around this airport, like most airports, there is a creek or a drainage ditch that keeps the water off the runways, which of course is a breeding zone for the mosquitoes. Cranky, yes, we always expect that one more cold snap, and it kills the plants that we just put out. We try and zoom in on that helicopter while it's flying. I think that one is Raven. Raven is our sheriff's office helicopter. But if it's going to land at the hospital, we'll see it, because that's just across the way there. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Johanna. Yes, it is Pi Day. 314, 3.14159 something. I still have a pork pie left in my freezer from when I made them a couple of weeks ago. I may celebrate Pi Day with one of those. Good morning, CC. Good to see you. Okay, so yeah, I think that was Raven. You can just see that if you just joined us, right in the middle of the screen, left to right, and towards the top to bottom. There's a helicopter in the distance there. We're just killing time waiting for some planes to light up at the terminal. Let's head back to Arizona 1. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll take a look at the sunlight on the mountain. It's just got there. Not quite hit the snow yet, so as soon as the sunlight hits the snow, we'll go over there as well. Looks like we got a beach A36 heading towards the end of 17 left, so we'll get a chance to see that take off. Yeah, that's the light, I think. Or it could be the chemicals, you never know. We do have red rocks around here, and the scale, like on the shower, does have a pinkish hue to it as well. There's a little bit more snow over on the left, so let's take a slow pan over there. Skipping across the top of the pepper mill. Bit of snow. Duck! I don't see it though. I don't know where it is. Oh, we got an inbound as well. What's coming in? Let's have a look. I just saw it, the sunlight glint off the side of the plane as it turned around. It's southwest coming in from Vegas. Let's head over there and meet it. This one's a 737 MAX 8. It's about an hour's journey here from Vegas. Daniel, did I say hi to you yet? If I didn't, I apologize and say hi to you now. If I did, you got 2 for the price of 1. And of course that little plane is taken off as this one's coming at the land. Choreographed beautifully. Cats, have a wonderful Saturday. And I'll see you soon. As one southwest comes in from Vegas, another one just lit the candle that's heading to Vegas, and that is the Arizona one. So we should see that. Well, it's lit up pretty early. Oops. Okay, while we're waiting for Arizona 1 to push back, I'm going to mess around with my scanner a little bit more and try and get that working. So chat amongst yourselves while I try and get something going there. Okay. I'm not going to touch anything else. I'm just going to have the scanner playing over the speaker to me. Alright, I think I just saw a United pull out of there. It is a 737-800 heading to San Francisco. Good morning, Full Metal. Good to see you. Welcome to Reno. Peterbilt, we'll be here. Must be coffee time. Yeah, I didn't think I'd seen you on the streams this week, Full Metal. You were missed. It's good to see you here, though. Oh, Full Metal, you've changed your picture. I'll have to go look at your channel. It looks like you've got your, is that your bass guitar for your picture? Alright. Well, while we're waiting for that to hit the end of the runway, let's take a look at Mount Rosecamp, where the sun is now hitting the snow. And there is a Cessna heading to the end of 17 left as well. What is it? It's a 182 Skylane. Let's go find that one. Not much in the way of interesting jets at the general aviation this week. Goes the Skylane. That's 172 doing run-ups. Good morning, Edmund. It's good to see you. Welcome to Reno, where it's not quite as busy as San Francisco, but the views are better. Oh, there goes my audio again. Oh, rats. Somebody said the Q word. Well, it looks like you can still hear me, but you can't hear anything else going on. Check. Okay, looks like the microphone is back. It might be a little bit quiet, but I'm still going to hang around and see the Arizona one take off. Charles, you're jinxing it. Well, too late, it's already jinxed. Go tap some wires and see if I can find a loose connection, maybe.
RNO ground.
Normal service will be resumed when I turn the camera on. It's the trouble with having two cameras. I wasn't watching the one that controls the sound. But there we go, we're back. And we've got an Alaskan heading out. Let's see if we can find that. This is a 737-800 heading to Portland. East side of the world. Looks like Arizona's pushed back too. Here comes the wind. Yeah, it's a pretty looking plane. Oh, that one just snuck in very quietly. What is that one? That came in from San Jose. It's an Embraer Phenom 300. Right, let's head back for Arizona 1. Frankie Doodle, you're forgetting one thing. I'm a foreigner. They ain't gonna listen to me. Nope, couldn't find that one. I tried on the way back. So we still have that United. They have a habit of doing that. They taxi to the end of where they're sat now and then just sit there and wait. They must need the gate space. Good morning, AJ Writer. It's good to see you. You just missed the Arizona 1 takeoff. I did feel bad for Sal yesterday, going through the issues that I'm going through today. There's not much you can do. When you got a dead battery, you got a dead battery, you just got to charge it. But he's got a spare battery on the way, should be there today, he said. That's right, Charles, yes, I'm almost at 6,000. Oh, Full Metal, you're right, yes, San Francisco does have usually either a ground hold. Sometimes it's been a ground stop as well. That was weather related though, when we had those storms coming in, but you never know with SFO. So you're probably right. Well, let's take a look at south again. So the clouds have blown out. There's a couple still around. Zoom out so we can see that one. Should be just about there. There it is, yep. So yeah, normally we would call that a snow turtle. But it'd be a little bit more polished than that. Well, my neighbour's gone. I can turn my scanner up. So I know I've mentioned it before. There's a guy that sleeps in a van just down the end of the parking lot from where I am. And then this time, usually each day, he'll get in his car and drive off and then goes to work. So I try to be as quiet as possible. But he's gone. Charles, it's also good to know I spoke to him. We get on pretty well. So it's always nice to know there's somebody here with me as well. David, yeah, the weather is good today. It's supposed to be getting warm this week. We're hitting the 80s. So all this snow well, not so much where you can see now, but the snow in the foothills will probably be gone by next weekend.
RB9er X-ray Echo RNO ground, runway 17 left, taxi via Charlie.
Karen, we generally do actually. First time we started talking, he was telling me that he'd come back from work one day and found some damage to his van, the one that he sleeps in. So I said as long as I'm here I'll keep an eye on it. Alright, looks like it's getting busy over at the terminal, so let's go see what we can see. That's the United still at the end of the taxiway. Looks like the flight schools are waking up now as well. Well, maybe not. We do have two that's lit up though. One is pushed back.
No ground, runway 17 left, taxi via Charlie.
What's that one? That's oh, that's that van's RV. Looks like it's going to be taking off, so we'll go watch that one. AJ Writer, how often did you come to Reno on business?
Charlie Green ground, verify Tango. For 80 Charlie, squawk 5345.
Oh yeah, we've got lots of logistics here. Which is good, because as the casino industry declined, our warehouse and trucking industry developed. I guess we're in a good position. If you've got a base here, you don't have to worry about getting stuck on the side of the road with chains. We're about one FMCSA driver's hours drive away from most of the west coast hubs. So it was a natural place to set up here. This is a Vans RV9A. Just not sure where it's going. Hopefully they do. Hey Joe Ryder, that's a decent sized territory. David Hardy, I've seen 747s land here, I know that. Oh, where are you, helicopter? Right about there. Not sure it's... I didn't put a transponder on, so I'm not sure where that's going or who it is even. Air Force One has landed here and took off again. It was about 4 times since I've been here. But there was a Northwest that landed 747 before it was Delta. Alright, we do have... what do we got? SkyWest. Heading to the end of the runway. Heading to San Diego. Not that one. This. So this is an Embraer 175 SkyWest for Alaska. San Diego bound. Turning and burning? Yep. Not quite a turn and burn, but just not coming to a full stop. Full metal, that sounds about right. I know when I fly out I'm always right at the end, and that's 10 or 11. And there's 2 arms. Thank you, AJ Writer, for that information. Always appreciate that.
Reno ground, runway 17 left.
Oops. Let's take a visit to the ski slopes. I thought we might see some skiers out there by now. Oh yes. It's a fairly small airport, Cranky. And Heathrow is fairly huge. Not quite as big as something like Chicago or Dallas. But they are looking at expanding Heathrow. They want an extra runway. Which means destroying another village. Colnbrook, I think it was the one they're looking for. That's pretty much our highest elevation there. You can see there's already started to melt. We never really had that much snow up there to start with. Let's put that one on, and I'll put the main camera back to the terminal because we've got a Denver bound flight. Just lit the candle. Well, now, no, I've not done anything elevated. Just getting back into hiking, so I don't do terribly long ones and I don't do terribly steep ones. So a lap or two around Sparks Marina, or Galena. I've done Galena. That was quite a nice one. But maybe this summer, when it gets hot down here in the valley, I will head up to the elevations and try to keep cooler up there. I still want to finish off that rattlesnake one as well. I never got to the top of rattlesnake. That was just when I'd started walking again. Yeah, I believe part of the Mount Rose hike is what they call the round the world run on the ski slopes, and I've skied it, and you get a really nice view of the lake as you go down what's going to be the west slope of Slide Mountain there. Got a couple of propellers going, 172, so that was the flight school is getting busy now, on 17 left. Yeah, Rattlesnake I was fine up until we got to that last little bit, and it looked a bit iffy. Technical term, that iffy. But I think this year I'll be okay. Oh, okay, so the actual Mount Rose. So that's part of the Tahoe Rim Trail, I'm going to say. I've seen the trailhead as you go over the top of Mount Rose Highway at the summit there with the parking lot, and then you got the trailhead. I guess if you're driving up most of the elevation, it's not too bad. Charles, I've seen more rattlesnakes on the road than I saw on that mountain. Alright, we do have one coming down. It's only it's a Cessna 172. So it's probably from the flight school. Yeah, a little bit of turbulence up there. We've got another one. Not sure I'm going to be able to catch up with this one though. Oh, there it is. Oops, there we go. Made a right turn. This is a Southwest heading to Denver, just starting to taxi. There it is. Yep, ditto to that, Charles. It's always appreciated when AJ joins the chat. Yeah, they're still sitting there. It's the southwest, we know it's going to turn and burn. Yeah, it was more of a simmer than a berm on it. Oh yeah, a little bit crabby there. So there's a bit of a westerly wind. What's that, about 6,000 feet? There's another sign that the wind is starting to pick up at the elevation. It's starting to smooth that cloud off. Looking like a UFO. See if we can spot any skiers up there just yet. Oh, would help if I was in focus. Thought they'd be open by now. Doesn't look very busy. Thanks for the heads up, AJ. I'll keep an eye out on that one. Karen, I'd have thought they'd have opened as soon as the sun hit the slopes. Try and get as much as they can out of the day. But I guess not. Good morning, Bodie. It's good to see you. Welcome to Reno. Well, actually, welcome to Mount Rose right now. That's where we're zoomed into. So Cessna 172, probably another school plane taking off. If I was to try and find that plane right now, and see whether the pilot had brushed his teeth this morning or not. Full Metal, thank you for looking that up. Right now the parking lot will be full.
Aircraft information, uniform current altimeter 3008, wind 270 and 7 hazardous weather advisories are in effect.
Good morning, Mark. How you doing? Please say hi to Pam for me. Bodie, if I was there, I would be hitting the slopes, quite literally. I've not skied in years. I'm not sure I could even stand up on skis anymore.
United 1370, will you be able to make a 16? Can you make a 160 niner time? And 1370 standby.
That sounds like that United is getting some clearance. Yeah, so about 10 minutes should be wheels up for that the United we're waiting on. Head over to that United. I'm going to have to do something drastic with my zoom because I don't want to see the pilot smile at me. So that's the United that just got clearance in about 8 minutes. That should be rolling. I'm sure those passengers will be happy. Mark will have to show her how to get onto YouTube so I can pick up another subscriber. Oh, the sun is just hitting my back, that's nice. It is formal. It is going to be a nice day. It's going to be a nice week. Unseasonably nice. I know we're going to pay for it later though. Thanks, Mark. that for a second. We do have a little Cessna heading down 17 left. Is that just coming in? Or is it just going out? Maybe a bit of both. Nope, just got in. Nope, it's doing touch and goes already. Bought a C-130 in the week, doing touch and goes. Too far zoomed in. United is moving. I'm sure those passengers are given a cheer now. So I know I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but I'll mention it again. Next weekend I will be in Phoenix. Actually, Phoenix and Scottsdale. I'm going to be there for the Luke Air Force Base show. Luke Day, as they call it. So that'll be Saturday. I'll be watching the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels. I'm going to try and do a live stream with, it might be my GoPro, because I know I can do GoPro live streams. If I can find a way to get my my old camcorder hooked up wirelessly to my phone, I might use that and do like some streaming of the show, of the displays as well. We'll see how it goes. And then Sunday I'm going to spend a few hours watching the private jets come and go from Scottsdale. So there'll be a few shorts coming up next week of me flying to and from, and whatever shorts I pick up on the during the air displays, and then possibly a live stream on Sunday from Scottsdale. Stay tuned. Ooh, my goodness. And you warned me about that too. I messed around with my zoom one too many times though. A little bit zoomed in. Let's do something with that real quick. We do have one heading out the alleyway, so we'll head back for that. So this is a United A320 heading to Denver. Just completed its pushback. Summer toil. Good morning, Richard, in South Africa. You're getting the 3D audio effect for metal. Looks like the Embraer is waiting for the Airbus to come out so it can go in. Frankie, share the joy. Let the boss watch too. My boss tunes in every now and again to the stream as well. It's a shame. That would be nice if that United took off on 17 left. It'd be right in front of me. Great, that's not nice. It is Saturday, Cranky. He should leave you alone. You see the flag in the distance there? That's the wind that we're getting through the valley. coming from the west. Looks like we've got one coming in as well. Let's go find that one. I'm on Zoom. Remember, I'm on Zoom. So this is an E175 coming in from Phoenix. It's American, operated by Envoy. Envoy has got a special livery being painted in the next, what was it? I think it's a week or two. They're getting it done. Of course, one of the specials we were supposed to have today was the American polished aluminum.
Charlie, turn right, maybe Lima Charlie.
Yes, Bodhi, I am hooked on American oatmeal. It's the only oatmeal I'm going to eat. Absolutely love it. This comes with all the little bits of extra that you can put into it too. I'm not sure it was blueberries. When I had it, it wasn't blueberries, I don't think. That United is getting on to the end of the runway, so let's skip ahead of the American and find our United. Where'd you go? Lose a plane. Oh, there it is. Heading down the runway. right about there is where it starts grabbing. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty pronounced too. Definitely a bit of wind up there. Alright, let me leave you with the mountains while I take a quick look at flight radar and see what's coming and going. Oh, Metal, I'm not spying on you, honest. We've got a Delta, Embraer coming in about 10 minutes, 8 minutes. That's the only arrival we got. Departures, what do we got? Looks like that's going to be it. There's that one arrival, so we'll hang around till that arrives. That'll be our last plane of the day by the look of it. Otherwise, there's nothing really happening until 10 o'clock. So, well, for the benefit of Pam in the UK who's watching, I'll give her a quick tour of Reno, and then we'll end up on looking north, where we'll see that Delta come in. So let me... lose the zoom. Alright, so for those that don't know Reno, this is the ski resort. It's called Mount Rose. The mountain's actually called Slide Mountain, just to be confusing. Behind that is Lake Tahoe. And then this one is actually Mount Rose, that gives its name to the ski resort. It's our highest elevation. down here you can see this is like South Reno, Copeland Ranch is that area there. So these are the foothills. Behind me is Virginia City. Follow the mountains around until we see over here we got the Atlantis right there, one of our resorts. It's the airport maintenance and emergency sheds. So the mountains in the background are the Sierra Nevadas. In the background that's called the Pepper Mill, another resort. And a small general aviation terminal on the west side of the airport. So now we're looking to more west Reno. And then Peavine Mountain is this one here. And down here this is downtown Reno. Those are the casinos of downtown. In the foreground you've got the Air National Guard with their C-130s. Called high rollers here. Grey building is the hospital. There's a heliport on the top and a heliport on the bottom. We can do 2 helicopters at one go. And this one here is the GSR. It was the, what was it, MGM Grand, I think when I first got here it was called the MGM Grand. And I think it was the Hilton. But it's the GSR now. And they're building a huge arena. There's Red Peak. It's one of our community colleges just below that. This is North Reno we're looking at now. With our bigger aviation or general aviation terminals, we've got Atlantic and
runway 17 left, to be a Charlie.
Johanna, you're near Virginia City? I guess you are, yeah, because I think that map you put up had you east of town. And there's our tower. Say hi to the tower. Good morning. And then just to the next to the tower, we got the two towers of the Nugget, another resort casino. And that's just in perfect timing because I can see that Delta coming in from Los Angeles is just going downwind. It looks like it's going to do a long final. It's actually turning around above my house right now, in fact. So we should see it across the skyline there. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. So hopefully Pam was watching. Got the tour of Reno. Paddy, good to see you. Welcome to Reno. We're just waiting on our last plane of the day is a Delta, or actually a Sky West Embraer.
Charlie.
It's going to be crossing. Actually, if it's gone way out. I'm not going to see it until it comes a little bit closer to us. AJ writer, yes, when I first moved here there were 5 or 6 buses a day that drove in from San Francisco, and they would come in, gamble and go home the same day. They'd never spend the night, but they certainly spent a lot of money on they came in for, was it Pai Gow contests every weekend. Don't see them so much now. I know Steve is going to be doing his aviation on the radar chat show. Oh, I wish I'd have called that. There's a little jet taking off. That's the Embraer Phenom. Landed earlier. I bet that was fun to be up on top of the Nugget. I bet it's a nice view. I've stayed on the top floor of the Nugget, but that was behind glass, so you'd never get to see the true view that you'd want. Alright, that Embraer is coming in. Bodie, it would be a good place to plane spot up there. That or the GSR. Just got to get access, that's all. I'm not going to play music because every time I've messed around with the audio today, it's not boded well. So the sound of the wind and the plane's landing will be the closeout music. Site now. Put it on Zoom. Though the Reno Air has a special place in my heart. When I moved over here, when I immigrated over here, in fact even before that, I used to fly Reno Air from Los Angeles. So that does mean a lot to me. Plus Mrs. Reno used to work for it as well. She was a station manager. Something's going overhead as well. What's going overhead? What you can hear there is a 737 going from Sacramento to Boise. That's not what we're looking at, that's what we can hear. Doing a helicopter as well, just to join us. Frankie, it was bought out by American just after so about 2000 I think it was bought out by American. That's why it has one of the retro liveries on a 737. It's actually N916NN. Oops. Oh, we're not closing down just yet. Not yet. The camera's just doing its own thing there for a little while. It's only done it twice today though. Okay, so if I lose you, thanks for joining me. I'm going to try and play some music. Oh, Bodie, that's what I was trying to get when I went to the collectible show. I always look out for Reno Air stuff. So let me tempt fate and try and get some music. I want to see if it's going to work or not while we're watching this Delta taxi.
Sunrise, coffee in my hand, heat on the tarmac, dust in the stand. Tail fins line like a postcard sky, numbers on noses make me high. I know their names by their painted skin, engines waking like distant kin. Here they come, rolling slow, tiny specks in the glow. I hold my breath as they descend, every landing feels like a friend.
Hey guys, welcome in at the last minute. I'll go, Robert. It's good to see you. And thanks for joining me, everybody. Full Metal, Karen, Edmund, Summertime, Richard, Frankie, Bodie, and Peterbilt. Karen, if I didn't say already, Frankie, if I didn't already, Paddy over the hill from us. Johanna, enjoy your day with your mother-in-law. Safe travels. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great day, have a great weekend. Probably no stream tomorrow, and I am going to go and see if I can get home in time for Steve Gonzalez's chat show. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy. See ya.